like a Hellcat.
Hi guys, and welcome to our first Faeria battle session with my wingman, Masterless. Say hi, Masterless.
Hello everybody, hi Des's viewers.
Hello. So, you guys may remember I did a free-to-play Friday session where I played through the early stages of Faeria. My main man, Masterless, really enjoyed it and thought he'd get involved as well and had a bit of a play around. So we've decided to have a little one-on-one session, see who's the better card player.
Yeah, I think as part of the first episode we should go easy on the tongue twisters because my main man Masterless isn't the easiest thing to get with.
It's a bit intense, isn't it?
Yeah, so after I saw Rob playing this on his free-to-play Friday video, I'd never heard of it before and decided to watch Rob's video and really liked watching it and the look of it and thought I'd give it a go myself. Hadn't planned on playing it that much at all really, just get a couple of rounds in, but I've since come to discover it's incredibly addictive and I've been on it most nights. And me and Rob had a battle once before and Rob won. Rob kicked my ass, so I want vengeance again now that I've got a really unfair advantage over Rob. Seeing as I've played more.
Yeah, so since the free-to-play video, I've not played on this very much. I've just done a couple of little games here and there. So yeah, I think Masterless has got a bit of an advantage on this one.
Yeah, which is actually going to make it suck even more for me if or when I lose. So yeah.
Well, the victory will be sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, so let's get into it. So at the minute I'm on the main menu. I'm just going to show you, for any of you that watch, just going to show you how to set up a multiplayer battle. So you see top right, got the little two people icon. I'm just going to click on that. It'll pop your friends list. So there's Des. If I now click on Des and then choose invite to lobby, something should happen on Des' screen too.
Masterless is inviting you to a game. So I'm clicking on the friend list. Click on Masterless, click join game. Accept this game invitation. We're in there.
Perfect.
Simple.
So on my screen, now that Rob's done that, you can see that the ready button has just lit up as well. So now we're good to go. So once you click ready, it takes you to your screen where you choose your decks. So I've got 8 decks set up here that you can see. Rob's probably got less.
Yeah, I've got the red starter, the green starter, and the blue starter.
So yeah, so I mean, I won't go into any of the details with regards creating cards and things or anything like that in case Rob gets into that in his episodes. But all I will say is that the reason I've got 8, and I haven't played any multiplayer yet, but as you discover when you play the missions, you need different types of decks for different missions because they like massively vary. So what me and Rob now have to do is decide which deck we're going to use. I have chosen my deck. I'm not sure whether Rob's going to guess that I'd go for that, so I'll go for that and let Rob choose his. Rob's little thing, so it says opponent ready, so Rob's already chosen his deck, so here we go. We're about
My choice is a lot smaller.
Right, here it is, Rob.
Oh yeah.
It's time. So we're going to do a best of 3 tonight, see how it goes. I'm ridiculously nervous about this.
Okay. Let's see. Pressure.
Oh, you get a little timer as well when we play.
Yeah.
So I've just chosen my decks now and confirmed. Rob's still going to be looking at his and confirm. Looks like he's confirmed now.
Deck is confirmed.
Yeah, so I've got the little handy Explorer bonus card that you get when the other person goes first. So that's going to prove useful. I'm not going to give any of my other cards away to Rob. I have no idea how Rob's going to play this. I've got a really annoying curse overlay on my screen that I'd love to just... I'll just pop it down there. There we go. Right, so time to play. So let's see what we're going to go with.
I see, like that is it?
It may well be.
Oh, the old farm boy.
The useful farm boys. Farm boys just do nothing for you really, but they're good for collecting the Faeria magic that you see there. So yeah, let's see what Rob does. Because I mean, Rob knows he's going to need to get some magic himself. Oh, Rob's being annoying. Rob's being ridiculously annoying.
I don't see how that's annoying.
It is. Trust me, it's very annoying.
Wasn't annoying for me.
I'm sure you enjoyed it, Rob.
Interesting.
Okay. So yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna play with Rob a bit, like when playing poker with someone. You know, give him a bit of trash talk and things, and try and throw him. So what Rob doesn't know now is, you know, Rob doesn't know whether we're going to rush straight forwards with the tiles there and look to try and build land up around as close to his as we can, and then dump some big hitters there around him. It's one possible strategy. And others that we hang back a little bit, you know, and go for the Faeria.
Yawn.
Yeah. So what to
blah
do?
blah 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 blah.
What to do? There we go. Let's hand this one back to Rob. Now Rob's saving up his Faeria, which means he's likely going to try and release several smaller cards at once, so he's saving up for a good character. If he has a good character, he's probably going to need 2 forest tiles. So will he put down a forest tile or normal land? A forest. Maybe he's even got a character and then a tiki card for a buff. Oh, he's not played any cards either. Rob has not played any cards, which is very surprising.
Keep you guessing.
It certainly does. Now this card here is going to prove very useful at some point because of that.
The card is in Masterless's court.
So I think what we're going to do...
Boom. Mirror images here. See, he's copying me. Throwing out the cards now. What is that? Got a bubble round him.
Yeah. That's right, Rob. What does the bubble do? What does the bubble do?
No idea.
Alright, let's see how Rob plays this. I'm getting awfully close to his main character tile, so he could do with protecting that square. He's probably going to put a second character down. Let's back up. He's gone for the card and the buff. Now he's building forwards. Ooh.
You like me. You know I like being in the buff.
You do. And notice, folks, yeah, that's not on Rob's camera, hopefully. Rob's not showing that tonight. And this card that we've drawn is actually the perfect timing.
I love.
Because what we can actually do this round, and I may as well just say it because Rob's going to see it in a sec anyways, we can actually get 4 tiles built rather than the usual 1 or 2. So what we're going to do is go here to block Rob off, use these now, which has given us some backup and allowed us to get some bigger hitters going, and this guy we're going to move here.
It's getting very aggressive here.
It's really weird though, it's like it's a totally different type of aggressive to the one that I'm used to with Rob, because we normally are on Rocket League most of the time, which is obviously really fast paced and aggressive, whereas this, it's like playing a pretty looking game of chess or something.
Slow psychological warfare.
Yeah, it takes its toll. Wears you down. You can only be played with for so long, you know. Oh, that's an interesting play by Rob. Did not expect that. Could be costly. Could be costly for Rob.
Could be. But it also kind of blocks off your ability to get through and cut me off, and it gives me access to 3 Faeria wells.
That's true, Rob, but have you considered if I move my character onto any one of the tiles you've just built, I can then build past them?
Doesn't necessarily matter.
Okay. Trying to get in Rob's head. Trying to tilt Rob.
No one can get in my head.
No, he doesn't tilt very easily. I don't think I've ever seen him tilt in Rocket League. Not psychologically. Anyway. Okay, so the question now is, When do we use that?
Right now.
Right now. I could do.
He's got 3 cards in his hand. One of them he doesn't know whether to use or not. What are the
To
other
be fair,
two?
I don't know whether to use any of the 3. I've got no idea.
He doesn't know whether to use any of the 3.
I'm thinking if I go defensive with this, pull back, that could go there. If I do that, and go attack. And then he's going to have to.
He's getting
pull one
afraid
back.
already.
In fact, the fact that right here we go. The fact that Rob's got no magic means that he's not going to be able to deploy anything big at the back. So what I ideally should now do is move that to there to cut that part off. Pop these down as well. And in order to encourage him to pull back, why can't I end my turn? Oh, what am I doing? I think we may end it there actually. And
6,
save it. Yeah.
5,
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
4, 3. Okay.
We're gonna save.
I was expecting something more.
Now, I've got a plan, so we're hoping Rob focuses on this area here, pushes up, which will leave that there exposed. And because they're 2 pretty good hitters that he's got out there at the minute, he's going to need them, well, there shortly, rather than this way. That's buffed a card in his hand as well by 2 and 4. Oh, sorry, no. When we kill that, that's going to buff one of Rob's cards in his hand, which is interesting. Okay. Ideally, we'd like some smaller ones there than these, which are all the same amount. Let's think. 5, 2, 3, 8.
I think he's running scared.
Am I? Am I running scared?
He's getting a little worried. Me with my little baby biddy deck, my beginner green deck, and my lack of experience. Ah, the classic Steamforge Enforcer.
Handy card, that. Old Faithful. Very reliable.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
find.
You're kind of facing up against mine. Steamforge versus Steamforge. A battle to the death.
Right. What to do with what's left? I think we're actually going to go for this. So that if when Rob goes there, he can't then do what we've just done. Ideally, he needs to move that to there and go there. But I don't know if he will, because he's focused on attacking at the minute. Interesting. There's the cheeky card for the buff. He's playing fairly offensively. So all we're going to do this time is another.
What you gonna do, brother? Were you a wrestling fan?
I was, yeah. One of my first ever games I played on a console. I can't remember which console it was. It might have been an old Nintendo or Sega. Was this like 2D wrestling game where it was like Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan and the classics?
Oh yeah.
You had really basic moves, like it was literally like punch, kick, or throw, I think. But yeah,
Cool.
I was a massive fan. I had all my little figures when I was younger, the ones you press the buttons on that did stuff. And then yeah, loved The Rock.
Cool.
Was all about The Rock.
Who doesn't love The Rock?
Well,
I'm sure
yeah.
someone doesn't, to be fair.
Yeah, there's probably go to like find quite a few Rock hate clubs online or something. I hate Dwayne Johnson.
.com.
Yeah. I wonder if that's the thing. WeHateTheRock.com. That's my phone. I'm actually going to check.
But you know, with well, he's in Baywatch though now, isn't he? And you know that looks like a pretty awesome film. Fairly cheesy laughs.
It does. It does. I've got Zac Efron in it and a few other random people, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I've just searched for We Hate the Rock, and there's a Twitter page dedicated at We Hate the Rock. Rock sucks. Yeah, it's out there. It's real.
WeHateTheRock.com. I do not own it. I may have just come up with the name, but I do not own it.
Yeah,
I love The Rock.
That's
there were many
useful.
times as a kid.
It's kind of useful that Rob's done that. Because that card's got torn to it, which means I have to attack it. Which is useful because if I attack that and he does that, it's still going to affect him, and they'll both go. And because we're in a decent position there, we're going to leave that. Let's go with... Yeah. Nice. That's the one we wanted.
That's not the one we wanted.
They're the reasons why, if you see those stats. Right, so let's do that. And then turn. We need to save the magic now. Shouldn't be long.
Save it.
Should not be long.
He's got confidence. Let's think about this for a second. Could go with that one, and that would give us a reasonable impact. Or go for that one. That will allow us to mix things up a bit.
Trying to piece together what Rob's thinking. What cards is he looking at? He's referring to smaller cards, so he may have a card with haste, and I know that the deck Rob's got has a couple of cards with haste and charge, and you could use either of those to boost some characters up. Well, that would leave him very exposed at the back and on lower points. If you want, ideally, Rob needs a big hitter, and to do that, he may need to use a low card and then skip a turn, saving some magic. But we just don't know. No one knows.
Doesn't know.
Dave would know if he was watching. Dave knows all.
Dave knows all. Don't let him hear you say that.
Right, back to us.
Yeah.
Okay. This is interesting.
See, now you see we've got two covering on the Faeria world, so that gives us a little extra oomph, which is always nice for the next round. Mr. Masterless has got quite a full hand there, though. Thinking he's going to want to stop me getting into that spot in front of his avatar fella.
Am I, Rob? Am I?
I can see you hovering. I can see everything lighting up that you're hovering over. I know. See, there you go. You're back up by your man, thinking defensive, but then you slide down
that's
right
exactly
near
what
me.
I want you to think, Rob. Yeah, that's exactly what I want you to think.
Yeah. Yeah, but you also moused over right down my end. Oh, there you go. This sneaky little move. He's churning that in there, so he's dropping a forest, the Verduran Force, quite a powerful one, 7/7. Boom, boom, boom.
Rob kind of has to go there. Which wouldn't be bad. Yeah. It's a very random card he's played. What? Gain a card that gives you, deserts or defense for forests. Savannah Explorer. Interesting. What is Rob thinking here? He's deliberately sacrificed a card to plant another one down. There we go. So he's had to focus on there and use up pretty much all of his magic doing so, which is what we were after as well.
Boom. The first blow. First blood.
First blood, yeah. First blood.
We're stretched quite thin here.
This is tough. This is a difficult decision. Normally if I was playing the computer I'd just talk out loud about all the different options I'm thinking about, but I clearly can't do that with any of you lot. Unless I mute Rob for a second. Oh, I can, I've got the overlay, I can mute you whenever I want for the recording. I don't get it, but it's an option.
See, I'm here doing these little sort of mouse over things, and I'm like mouthing what I think you're probably doing. I'm like...
I've been doing that to my camera as well.
He's leaving it late. He likes to leave you hanging. I noticed. We get right down on our time.
Let the pressure build up, let the intensity kick in.
Oh, it's been a while since you've seen one of those guys.
What, the yaks? Or are you on about one of your cards, Rob?
Could be.
What do you think, Kat? Yeah, me too.
Meow.
I thought Rob was doing that
Could
as well.
go with that.
Yeah, he could be doing that as well.
Meow.
Is he gonna...
We could go with that one.
Lily, is he going to attack me? He is. Oh, okay. We'll get ready then. Shall I defend?
We need to think this through. We go with that one, take that, then we could deploy that. I think that's probably the way we should go.
It's weird having a timer, isn't it? Not used to that.
Not weird, but yeah. Kind of makes sense, because if you were playing against randomers online, you'd really want there to be a timeout.
Yeah, that's true.
The Faeria has done his business. See, now I'm surprised you didn't do that attack earlier.
No, I've had my reasonings. I've had my reasons.
Because yeah, but you've been giving me free Faeria every turn by not taking that guy out.
True. Now we've got options. I think we'll save
I love the taunt.
Yeah, we'll save that.
Comes the next card to replace that one. Though he does only have 3 in his pot. He's a little low. Low on energy there. There's the timer again. The old tiki doodad. Not too worried about Mr. Tiki on the 1-1. Okay.
Tense.
So intense indeed.
So, what I'm thinking again, it's like when the computer does it, is when you're playing with and your opponent is deploying lots of the smaller cards, the one-on-ones, they actually, because they do take up a bit of Faeria, a bit of their magic stuff for them, if you can keep a track of how many of those smaller cards they've deployed and make sure when you deploy a card, it's powerful enough to take out all 3 of those and still be alive, if you've got one, you can sort of counter him going for the Faeria with the lower magic cards by saving up for one of those cards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what to do, Rob? What to do?
Well, many options. Got a lot of cards in your deck.
I have. I have.
Do. Farm boy. I'm gonna go farm you some Faeria. Do me maths here. Do. Bye-bye, farm boy.
Now, even when Rob does get Faeria from his magic things, he doesn't have many cards to choose from. So that's what you need to try and take advantage of. So, choice I've got now is or, essentially.
We've got this. The mighty and powerful. Primeval Colossus. He's pulling off the big ones now.
So as soon as we can launch one of these to go along with that, he's going to be in trouble at the back. But his best card's coming up. Interesting.
Oh, this is so much fun. The mind games. I'm looking right into your eyes through my camera.
Same. Staring right back. I can't believe this episode's nearly half an hour already. The best of 3 idea might have been done across 3 episodes.
Yeah, it may have to be a season of Faeria.
A season of Faeria. We'll bring Dave into the tournament as well. Dave's one of our friends from work that's also got into this.
That bolsters that a bit, so we could do. He's not going to be happy about it.
So again, if you add up that, and that, he'd still need 2 turns to get rid of that. So we haven't got to worry yet. And the damage has started going up now for that.
But what he does have to remember is that he's got to get through those guys to get to my guy. So he's also got a couple of turns in order to be able to get through to my bad guy, to my big boss, my avatar. Go the long way round.
Or I've got a couple of cards with haste.
Stink.
Which I could plant there and attack straight away. That's going to play a decent part, hopefully.
Pulling out all these fancy cards that we've never seen before, guys. Steam Forges. So this guy gives a random friendly creature +1/+0 at the start of his turn. So that's quite a nasty little piece of kit, really. Oh, that's funny.
What? The card you've just drawn. What have you drawn?
Something that you'll love.
Oh, okay, a taunt.
Oh, even better.
2 taunts. Brilliant. Oh, that's amazing.
That's so funny. Might as well take him out just because of the wonderful things I do. Yeah, and I feel like that's probably it for the moment. And we'll save that one for next time. Freedom Fighter. See, now that's a dangerous one. He did the right move by taking out the farm boy with the haste rather than just attacking my guy, because then he gets bigger power hit.
And note that because my production thing's boosting attack on my team, I'm only going to need one round to take out Rob's base thing, whereas he'd need 2 with that to take out mine. So at this point, I'm having to do this because Rob got my main character down quite low. So it's like all or nothing type situation. And hopefully, unless Rob's got something with haste himself, he's going to need 2 rounds, whereas I only need 1.
Why would I want to do that? That gives me no benefit. It makes no sense at all. See what happens. Could have done with that one a bit earlier. There we go. First blood to Masterless.
First blood. So it's 1-1 overall in the series. I've got to admit, Rob, to be honest, I was massively panicking at the end when you got me down to 9 health. That was literally the only thing that I could do, was hope that production thing I put down earlier boosted his damage enough for me to need less turns than you, because I knew you were about to destroy me.
It was getting close, and unfortunately I got a lot of the really low numbered cards in the middle, and it kind of meant that I was really restricted with what I could do. It's only right then, my very last card, that I picked up one of the big hitters.
What did you get then? One of the higher up ones? More. It
was like a high damage, high health card.
Okay,
so it would have been pretty useful if I'd have got it a little while ago. But
yeah, it's how the game goes, I guess. It's I mean, because
the luck of the draw.
For most of the game, Rob, I was in. You'll see when you watch it, I had 3 cards, and all 3 of them required 6 Faeria to use. And then for the next couple of rounds, I drew ones that then needed like 6 and 7. So I had none of the low cards, so I couldn't get any Faeria. Okay. It was like, you were sitting there sucking in all the Faeria, and I was starving on my knees. Actually, yeah, I think I should get sucking in on my knees in the same paragraph book.
Yeah.
They should be miles apart. So,
well played.
Yeah, good game, Rob. Thank you very much for the game again. I'm just going to have a quick say bye to anyone that watches the episode from my side, and then just hand over to Rob, because Faeria is his series. So over to you, Rob. Thanks everyone for watching.
Yep. Thanks guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that. It was really good fun for me. And I get the feeling that whilst Masterless was pooping his pants a little bit at the end, he enjoyed it as well, to be fair. So yeah, if you liked that, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and look out for the next round, where we'll see who takes the lead in this little battle. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Yep,
Bye-bye.
see you all again. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.